Something serious is going to happen to you. You are about to be my dear child. If you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says, God says, Archangel Michael says this is urgent. Please don't ignore this. Something serious is going to happen to you. But before you let fear enter your heart, remember that heaven has already prepared a shield of light around you. What you are about to face is not a punishment. It is a passage, a moment when your faith will be tested and your trust in divine timing will be proven. You are being watched over right now. Angels have surrounded your home, your bed, your heartbeat. They whisper into the wind, "Be still, beloved one." For God has already written healing into their story. There is a diagnosis that may come, a word that could sound frightening when it leaves human lips. But you must know this truth. No human word is greater than the word of God. Before any doctor speaks, heaven has already declared life over you. Before any report is written, Michael has already stood before the throne and pleaded for your protection. He has said, "This child has suffered enough. Let the sickness turn into testimony. Let the pain become light." And God has nodded, for He sees your heart. He knows the tears you have cried alone. The nights you felt your body growing weak and the moments you asked quietly, "God, are you still with me?" He was there in every breath. The energy around you is changing. What felt like despair is being turned into revelation. You may feel a heaviness as though something inside you is shifting, and that is because your soul is aligning with divine renewal. Archangel Michael is sending you signs, flashes of blue light, sudden chills, feathers appearing unexpectedly to remind you that you are not walking alone through this valley. Even if the world says you are about to be diagnosed with something serious, heaven says you are about to be declared healed. What you must do now is hold on to faith as though it were your final breath. Because faith is what keeps the light burning when all else fades. There will be a moment soon when you hear something that could make your heart drop. Do not panic. The message may sound like trouble, but behind it is transformation. God is allowing this situation not to destroy you but to draw you closer to His power. Sometimes when the body feels weak, the spirit becomes the loudest instrument of light. This is your time to listen, not with fear but with courage. Listen for the divine whisper that says, "I am still here. You will live, you will rise. You will overcome." Michael says he has been fighting a shadow around you. Not a demon of darkness, but a vibration of doubt that has attached itself to your thoughts. Every time you worry, "What if I can't make it?" that energy grows. So now he commands you, speak life, speak healing, speak victory. Your words create the atmosphere that heaven can move through. If you say, "I am healed," you build a bridge for divine medicine to reach you. If you say, "I am doomed," you close the gate. So today, right now, wherever you are, whisper with trembling faith, "I am healed by God." My body listens to light. My cells remember divine perfection. There will be a wave of peace that enters after you say it. That is Michael's confirmation. He wants you to know that the serious thing you fear is not here to destroy you. It is here to awaken you. God never lets pain arrive without purpose. Every diagnosis has two stories. One written by fear, one written by faith. You must choose which one becomes yours. Heaven has already seen the ending. It ends with your healing, with you standing stronger than before. Testifying, I saw darkness, but I was not consumed. The enemy would love to make you believe you are alone in this. But you are surrounded by legions of light. Even as you read these words, an angel stands behind you, touching your shoulders, infusing your nervous system with calm. Your heartbeat is being stabilized. Your cells are being realigned. This is not fantasy. It is faith in motion. Every prayer you have whispered has been collected like light in a golden bowl before God's throne. Nothing you said was lost. Every tear was counted. Soon you will hear something. Perhaps a call. A message, a word that tries to define your future. But remember, no one can define what God designed. You are not your illness. You are not your fear. You are a vessel of divine energy. And even your body responds to heaven's command. When Michael says healing, your cells obey. When God says life, death flees. When you speak faith, miracles manifest. That is the rhythm of heaven working through you. Tonight, as you prepare to rest, you may feel warmth on your chest or a soft pressure near your heart. That is Michael laying his hand upon you. He is sealing you with divine assurance that you will not perish. You may cry, but those tears are cleansing fear out of your system. You may shake. But that trembling is your body releasing old energies that no longer belong to you. After tonight, you will not wake the same. You will begin to feel a strange strength rising from within. Not physical alone, but spiritual courage that says, no matter what they say, I know who heals me. The next few days are important. You must protect your energy. Avoid the voices of those who speak negativity or dwell in fear. Surround yourself with light, music that uplifts, prayers that strengthen, moments of silence that connect you with your higher self. Drink water with gratitude. Each sip becomes holy when blessed with intention. As you do this, Michael stands guard. He is the warrior of divine order, and his sword does not rest when his children are under threat. You may soon have to face a medical moment, perhaps a test, a checkup, a report. Go through it calmly. Walk in with the knowledge that you are not walking alone. Before you step into any hospital or clinic, whisper, God, go before me. As you sit and wait, imagine Archangel Michael standing at your side in a robe of blue fire radiating peace. Picture the doctors and nurses surrounded by light. Let that image fill you until no fear remains. Because faith, when strong enough, shifts outcomes. And when you hear the result, do not let shock or despair take the throne of your heart. Breathe. Remember this message. Even if the words sound serious, they are not final. Only God writes endings, and He has already written yours in golden letters. Survivor, healed, renewed. Heaven will not allow you to fall into hopelessness. Instead, something miraculous will begin to unfold. Treatments that once seemed uncertain will start to work. Symptoms that appeared stubborn will begin to fade. The doctors will be puzzled but will call it spontaneous improvement. But you will know the truth. It was divine intervention. In the silence of the night, you might wake up and feel an invisible presence near your bed. Do not be afraid. That is Michael checking on you, adjusting the balance of your energy, making sure that every cell remembers light. He says you are not a victim of fate, you are a witness of faith. God has assigned him to you because your purpose on earth is not yet finished. There are people you will inspire, lives you will touch, and moments you will live that will prove why you had to go through this. What feels like an ending is the beginning of a higher chapter. There are times when humans must walk through valleys to understand the beauty of mountains. This valley you sense approaching, this diagnosis or worry is not darkness winning. It is simply the shadow cast by the light of a new dawn. Even if you cry tonight, remember that every dawn begins in darkness. Morning is already on its way. The light will come through your window soon, and with it you will feel your strength return. God says, do not fear what men may tell you. Fear not the reports of this world. I am the author of your story, and I have written life into your name. The sickness that tried to claim you has been cancelled by heaven. You are sealed with divine protection. These words are not empty, you will soon see evidence, a dream, a coincidence, a sudden wave of peace, confirming that the battle has already been won. Archangel Michael asks you to repeat daily, I am safe. I am protected. I am healed in God's name. When you say it with faith, heaven moves. The vibration of your voice becomes a command that the spiritual world must obey. Illness cannot survive where faith breathes. So do not imagine the worst. Imagine the miracle. Imagine standing 1 month from now looking back realizing that what could have destroyed you became the doorway to divine strength. Imagine yourself telling someone, I thought it was over, but God had another plan. That is what is unfolding tonight. Michael stands between you and everything that could harm you. His wings stretch over your bed like a fortress of light. No diagnosis, no sickness, no energy of darkness can cross that barrier. You are safe. You are held. You are loved beyond measure. If your body feels tired, rest in peace knowing that every heartbeat is a prayer answered. If fear whispers, what if this is the end? Respond, it is not the end. It is the rebirth. Let every breath you take tonight be a declaration that you are still here for a reason. God has not brought you this far to abandon you now. And when morning comes, step into it with gratitude. Say, "Thank you, God, for one more sunrise." Every new day you are given is evidence that heaven is still at work. Do not measure your progress by symptoms, but by peace. Peace is the first sign of healing. If you feel peace, even for a second, know that angels are near. Archangel Michael says one final thing. You will not go through this alone. I am beside you until the storm ends. And even after that, I will remain. Do not lose faith when the world shakes. Trust that every shaking is God rearranging things for your good. You may not see it yet, but behind the scenes, divine forces are shifting. The test that once looked frightening will become the testimony that saves others. The very place of fear will turn into a place of gratitude. You will stand healed, shining with light. And when people ask, "How did you survive?" you will answer, "Because God never left me." So breathe now. Feel the presence around you. Something serious was trying to approach, but heaven intercepted it. What was meant to harm you has been redirected into your healing path. You are protected, beloved. You are safe. Trust, pray, and rest in divine peace. God says, "My child, listen closely to this message and do not ignore it." For Archangel Michael is standing beside you right now. He is whispering urgently because something serious is trying to approach your life. But heaven is already surrounding you with light. You have been feeling strange signs lately. The sudden tiredness, the quiet moments when your heart begins to race, the restless nights where you feel unseen eyes upon you. But these are not meant to frighten you. They are gentle alarms from heaven reminding you that it is time to slow down, to breathe, to return your trust completely to God's healing power. Archangel Michael says that there is a situation forming around your health. It might soon bring words like diagnosis or test results. Words that can make the heart tremble. But you must remember this truth. No earthly diagnosis can define a soul that belongs to God. Michael says, "The enemy tries to make you believe that fear is stronger than faith, but tonight heaven rewrites your story. Even before the doctors speak, heaven is already working on your behalf. Angels are descending with hands of healing, touching every cell, every nerve, every hidden corner of your body where exhaustion or pain tried to hide. Michael is commanding you to not surrender to worry. He says, "My child, you are not alone. I am the sword of light that cuts through the darkness that tries to take root in your body. I have been sent to shield you from every unseen threat." God says that this season of testing is not punishment but protection. It is God's way of slowing your steps so you will remember who holds your breath, who moves your heartbeat, who keeps you standing when the world feels heavy. You were never meant to fight this alone. There is a moment coming, perhaps soon, when you might hear something that makes you gasp. A word from a doctor, a message from someone who carries worry for you. When that moment comes, remember this message. Remember that heaven spoke to you before the world did. God is preparing you not for fear but for victory. The diagnosis that tries to come will not have the last word. God will. The divine plan is already rewriting the ending. What seems like bad news will be turned into revelation, into healing, into a testimony of light. Michael says you have been under spiritual strain for a long time. The nights you cry silently, the days you pretend to be fine, heaven sees all of it. You have been carrying heavy emotional pain inside your chest, and that pain has begun to speak through your body. The angels say that your healing will begin not only in medicine but in mercy. You need to release what you have been holding. The guilt, the anger, the grief you never gave words to. God says, "My child, I forgive you. I am washing away the weight that has been poisoning your peace right now." Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. You are breathing in the breath of God and exhaling the fear that tried to cage you. Michael is drawing a circle of blue light around you, a divine shield that no illness or darkness can cross. He says, "You will feel warmth soon." That is the fire of healing. Do not mistake it for fear. Let it move through you. Let it cleanse. The angels are humming softly over you. A sound that the human ear can barely hear, but the soul recognizes as home. God says you have doubted your worth for too long. You believe that suffering was your destiny. But I tell you now, your destiny is peace. Your destiny is wholeness. The pain you felt was never punishment. It was a doorway to greater faith. You have been praying for a sign that your prayers are heard. And this message is that sign. Heaven heard you crying. Every tear that fell was collected and none were wasted. Michael reveals that there are people around you who might speak fear into your ears. They will mean well, but their words will tremble with worry. Do not let their fear plant seeds inside you. Let their concern remind you how loved you are, but do not absorb their doubt. You are walking through this with divine armor. God says that even in moments when your body feels weak, your spirit will remain strong, and that strength will become medicine for others. There will come a night soon when you feel a strange calm, as if the air around you becomes still. That will not be emptiness. That will be God. It will be the moment when heaven pauses time to remind you that you are safe. Archangel Michael says that you might feel like crying that night. Let yourself cry. Every tear will cleanse something deep inside. The body cannot heal what the heart refuses to release. And your tears are the first waters of renewal. God says, the serious thing that is approaching will not destroy you. It will deliver you. It will make you remember that you are loved beyond measure. You might find yourself in a hospital room or at a clinic hearing voices of professionals. But do not let their tone make you forget who holds the ultimate authority. Even in the presence of doctors, God's presence will fill the room. The very air will shift. You will notice it. The sudden sense of peace that falls like a blanket. That is the divine confirmation that you are protected. Michael says that sometimes fear itself can manifest as sickness and that the real healing begins when you allow yourself to feel loved again. There is someone in your life you have distanced yourself from because of pain or pride. God asks you to forgive them. When you release that bitterness, your energy will rise again. The illness that tries to come will lose its roots. You will see improvement that even doctors cannot fully explain. That is the miracle beginning to take shape. God says you must also care for your physical body as an act of worship. Rest more. Drink water as though it were holy. Feed yourself not only with food but with gratitude. Every morning when you wake, place your hand over your heart and say, God, thank you for keeping me alive. Thank you for choosing me for this new day. Each time you do that, heaven records it as faith. Each time you choose gratitude instead of fear, your body listens and healing accelerates. There will be moments when anxiety tries to return. When your mind begins to replay the worst possibilities. In those moments, Michael says, call his name aloud. Say, Archangel Michael, stand beside me. He will. You may not see him, but you will feel him. A sudden comfort, a coolness in the air, a release in your chest. He says, I am not far from you. I have been assigned to you. God trusted Michael with your protection because your purpose is not yet complete. You have more to do, more love to give, more people to inspire. The threat you fear cannot end what? Heaven has only just begun. God says there is a healing process already underway that began the very day you started believing again. Every prayer, every whispered plea, every God help me has activated angels in motion. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are standing in one. The symptoms that have been worrying you will begin to lessen. You will wake up one morning and realize the heaviness has lifted, the pain is quieter, and peace feels natural again. That will be the visible proof of invisible grace. Michael says that faith is not pretending nothing is wrong. Faith is knowing that even if something is wrong, it cannot defeat the light within you. So do not feel guilty if you feel scared sometimes. Heaven understands your humanity, but do not stay in fear. When fear knocks, let faith answer. Say out loud, God is with me. I am safe. The sound of your voice declaring truth will shift the atmosphere. Even the cells in your body will respond to that vibration of belief. There will be a divine encounter soon. It may be a dream or a moment of overwhelming peace when you feel someone touch your shoulder though no one is there. That will be Michael's confirmation that this message was real. He will mark you with reassurance so that when challenges arise, you will remember this promise. You will not face it alone. God says that the next few weeks are crucial for your spiritual realignment. Do not fill them with worry. Fill them with light. Read words that uplift you. Listen to music that calms your soul. Spend time in sunlight. And thank God for the small moments, the laughter of a friend, the quiet of dawn, the smell of rain. These are healing agents, too. Heaven uses the simplest things to perform the greatest miracles. There is also a message about your mind. The thoughts you think have creative power. When you imagine the worst, your body reacts as if it is happening. When you imagine healing, your body begins to align with it. So every morning, see yourself whole. Imagine light flowing from your head to your feet. Speak this truth aloud. Every part of me is filled with divine light. The more you speak it, the more heaven amplifies it. Michael says, you were chosen for endurance. That is why sometimes your trials have been heavier than others. But your endurance is your crown. Others will look at your recovery and see God. The purpose behind this coming challenge is not destruction but demonstration. Heaven will use your life as living proof that light cannot, God says. Listen, my beloved child, for what is being whispered to your soul right now is not an ordinary message. It is not a coincidence that your heart suddenly began to beat faster, that your eyes found these words, and that Archangel Michael himself pressed upon you the divine urgency to stop and read this. Heaven is trying to reach you before something happens, something that is meant to awaken you, not destroy you. I know you have been feeling strange lately physically and emotionally. You have sensed something is off, something you cannot describe. You are not imagining it. There is a divine reason behind every sensation, every ache, every dream, every sudden sign you've been ignoring. Archangel Michael says he has been standing guard by your bed, watching as you sleep restlessly. You may not remember it, but you felt warmth on your shoulder or a sudden calm when you prayed. That was him. He says, my child, this is urgent. Please don't ignore this. You are about to be diagnosed with something that will shake your faith for a moment. But God wants you to know, do not fear. What man will call a diagnosis, heaven will call deliverance. There is something hidden in your body, a condition that is not just physical, it is spiritual. For too long you have carried burdens, sadness, anxiety, and the silent pain of betrayal. Those emotions became wounds inside you. But before the doctors even speak the words over you, heaven has already spoken the cure. You are safe, my child. Even now as you read this, a divine light is moving through your veins, cleansing, renewing, and protecting. The angels have already begun working in your favor. The pain that seems impossible to bear will not end your story. It will begin a miracle that will shock everyone who ever doubted your faith. You have been chosen to experience divine healing firsthand so that your testimony will bring faith to thousands. You will soon understand that this moment of fear was actually the beginning of divine revelation. God says, do not panic when they tell you what they see in your tests. They will speak words that sound heavy, but I will speak a word that reverses it all. You must trust me beyond the medical report. When I created you, I placed in your spirit an unbreakable light, and no disease can conquer that light. The very cells of your body respond to my command. When fear tries to enter, remind yourself, God is inside me and nothing outside me can harm what God inhabits. I have already written your healing before the doctors even discovered the condition. Every drop of blood, every heartbeat is under my control. Archangel Michael says that the darkness tried to attack you, not through accidents, not through losses, but through your health. Because your health is connected to your purpose. The enemy knew that if you were weak, you would lose focus on your calling. But heaven has intervened. He says, you will not be destroyed. You will not be taken early. You are being renewed. This diagnosis will not define you. It will refine you. There is a divine reason this message came before any confirmation. God wants to prepare your heart so you are not shaken by fear but filled with supernatural peace. You are about to see strange coincidences. You may hear your name in prayer videos or see angels in your dreams or even feel warmth in your chest as you pray. These are confirmations that the Archangel himself is working. God says, I am allowing this season so that you will know that I and I alone am your healer. You have trusted medicine. You have trusted people. You have trusted time. But now you will trust me. Every cell that carries pain will be touched by divine light. Every part of your body that has been silently crying will be comforted. Your healing will begin when you say these words from your heart. God, I am not afraid. I believe you. You have been chosen to witness a miracle that will silence those who doubted you. The same people who thought you would break down will soon see you rise stronger than ever. The same hands that once trembled in fear will soon be lifted in victory. God says you will not leave this earth until your purpose is fulfilled. You will not be taken by illness. You will be taken by glory when your mission is complete. The Archangel has already surrounded your room with light. Every shadow that tried to whisper fear into your mind is being cast out. My child, the reason this message found you is because heaven saw the tears you shed when no one else was watching. You thought you were alone in your pain, but every tear that fell was counted. Every sigh was recorded. You thought it was just exhaustion. Just fatigue, but it was your soul calling out for divine renewal. That renewal begins today. Archangel Michael says, do not fear the word diagnosis. For in heaven, that word does not exist. What exists is destiny. There is something God is about to reveal through your body that will surprise even the doctors. They will look at your report and not understand how it changed. They will call it spontaneous recovery. They will call it a medical mystery. But you will call it what it truly is, a miracle. You will smile one day and say, this was not punishment, it was preparation. You are entering a sacred time, a time when God will make you aware of His presence in every breath. The more you pray, the more the fear will fade. The more you trust, the faster your healing will manifest. Archangel Michael is assigning 3 angels to guard you. 1 at your side, 1 at your feet, and 1 at your head. They will guard you as you sleep, as you walk, as you sit, as you speak. You may even sense a sudden calmness like a warm invisible blanket. That is not imagination, it is protection. God says, even if the report comes, even if the words sound frightening, do not surrender to fear. I am already rewriting the ending. You will walk out of this stronger, wiser, and radiant with divine light. Every time you pray, say, God, I receive my healing now. I trust you more than anything I see or hear. And as you say this, something inside you will shift. Your body will begin to respond to the faith within you. The divine realm is moving quickly. There is no delay. Heaven is not warning you to frighten you. It is preparing you for a miracle that will be witnessed by others. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being chosen as a vessel of proof that divine power still heals, still saves, still resurrects lives. The illness that was meant to destroy you will instead expose how much God loves you. Archangel Michael says, even when you feel weak, remember it is not your strength that keeps you alive. It is God's hand. You have felt strange tiredness. Maybe even shortness of breath or a pain that comes and goes. You have wondered if something serious was wrong. Heaven knows, and heaven is saying before the enemy can touch you, I will restore you. There will be nights when your body feels heavy, but those nights will turn into mornings filled with peace. You will feel lighter, freer, more alive because the spirit of fear will no longer live inside you. You must also forgive, for unforgiveness creates illness of the soul. Let go of the bitterness, the resentment, the past betrayals that have eaten away at your peace. The healing you desire will come faster when your heart is free. God says, let me carry the pain. You do not have to fight this alone. There is power in your words now. Speak life, not death. Speak healing, not fear. When they tell you the diagnosis, answer in your heart, God has already healed me. Say it until your body believes it. Say it until heaven aligns everything in your favor. Say it until your bones, your blood, your breath become one with divine energy. My child, do not underestimate the spiritual forces working for you. Archangel Michael himself has been commanded to protect you because you are chosen to testify of a modern miracle. What will soon happen to you will not destroy you. It will wake you up to the divine plan that has been waiting to unfold. You will soon dream of light. You will soon see signs repeating around you. Triple numbers, sudden warmth, unexpected comfort from strangers, these are confirmations that heaven is active. When you see these signs, smile and whisper, I trust you, God. For every whisper will send another wave of healing through your spirit even now. As you read this, something is happening within you. A divine current is flowing through your veins. The tension in your heart is loosening. The fear in your mind is fading. You are being renewed from the inside out. The diagnosis will not define your destiny. It will announce your miracle. So do not be afraid of what is coming. When the world says something serious is going to happen, heaven says something miraculous is about to happen. The same moment that fear tries to rise is the exact moment faith will take over. You will not fall. You will rise. You will live. You will testify. God says, I am your healer, your protector, your peace. Nothing will go wrong with you. I am walking into that hospital before you. I am touching that report before your eyes ever see it. I am rewriting the result before the doctor ever reads it aloud. You are safe in my promise. And Archangel Michael whispers one last message into your spirit. When you wake up tomorrow, don't wake in fear. Wake in faith. You are not being diagnosed with sickness. You are being diagnosed with divine favor. What you thought was an ending will become your miracle beginning. Trust, pray, and know nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. God is with you now, and He will not leave you. Not even for a second, God says. Archangel Michael says, this is urgent. Please don't ignore this. Something serious is going to happen to you. And this message is being sent before it does because heaven loves you far too much to let you face it alone. You are about to be diagnosed with something. But before fear takes over, I want you to know this truth. God has already written the ending of this story. And it ends with your victory, not your defeat. Even before the doctors, the tests, the appointments, or the worries, God has gone ahead of you and built a wall of divine protection around your body, your mind, and your soul. He knows the storm that is trying to form against you, but He also knows that it will not last. He is sending this message through Archangel Michael so that you may understand that your life is precious to heaven. And this warning is not a curse but a call to prepare your heart with faith, not fear. The truth is the enemy has been trying to use sickness to break your spirit, to steal your peace, and to make you forget who you are in God's eyes. There are forces that want you to think you are weak, that your body is failing, that your future is dark. But heaven says no. The light inside you is stronger than any disease, any diagnosis, any report. Archangel Michael stands beside you now.